How's it going, my dream people? DrSlaking, the Slacking Doctor, back with week 8, I think. Is that how many weeks there are? The last week of Egg, as this week, your Cotswold Women's Cots go up against Champion Braden and his, I just looked this up to make sure I got it right, James River Jolteons, I think. His channel, I think, will be linked down in the description. I really should have done some research before this. I must admit, I'm not watching a lot of Draft League content at the minute, so I'm not 100% sure on this, but I think he uploads on TikTok. That makes me feel very old. I think at the point where I started playing Draft League, I don't even think TikTok... I mean, I don't know when TikTok was created as an app, but it certainly, like, wasn't a thing that people had at that point. Like, you know how, like, Netflix existed, like, and they were, like, posting people VHS tapes or whatever. Maybe not VHS tapes, probably DVDs. Again, I'm showing my age. But they were posting people DVDs before they were, like, a streaming service. I don't know if TikTok was, like, around before it was, like, the thing that everyone was on. But I'm sure when I started Draft League and started uploading to YouTube, like, no one had TikTok, is what I'm trying to get at here. And now we have Draft League content creators who post on TikTok. Mind-blowing. He may also post on YouTube. I should have looked that before. It's really rude of me, so I apologize. But yeah, go and check out whatever is linked for him down in the description. This could be the final upload. I know I said that in the Egg game that will have gone up earlier today. But I wasn't really thinking about the fact that... no, in the PPL game, sorry, that goes up earlier today. But I wasn't really thinking about the fact that Egg tends to go up later than PPL on Saturdays. So, if we lose this, I think it comes down to differential, whether we make playoffs or not. I don't know fully, but I think that's what it is. So I think we could lose and get in. I don't think I'll know at the end of this game whether I'm going to have another upload or not. So this could be, for all I know, and that's a weird position to be in. If I win, then I'll know I've got another upload. I'm not confident I'll win because for all that I thought this was an incredible team and an amazing draft, and I think it is, I think there are two issues with it. One, it doesn't really suit my playstyle. Three issues with it. One, it doesn't really suit my playstyle. Two, a lot of the Pokemon on it I don't like, and I didn't like before I drafted them, but I wanted to give them another go in this generation, trying to play differently. And three, I think the metagame shifted after the last DLC. So I drafted this team in the mindset of what had worked before the most recent DLC dropped, which was kind of like offense, setup, spam, just like don't switch, click, setup, or attack. And I think that was good before the most recent DLC, but I think the most recent DLC with things like Raging Bolt, Gouging Fire, and probably some of the like Metagross, did that come back? Or was that the one before? Swampert, I think that came back. Like, there's just a whole bunch of mons came back, and the new stuff that came in was bulkier than a lot of the glass cannon stuff we'd had, like Chi-Yu and stuff, right? So, yeah, I think the metagame has shifted slightly to where the way I was playing isn't as good now. So, I've ended up not really liking this team. I think someone else could probably go undefeated with this team. I think it's a very good draft. But for me, I haven't really been feeling it. So, just to quickly, he's just setting everything up. So, just to quickly go through the team. You can see we have a Assault Vest Latios. That's just like a Draco flip turn set. I think his best switching is probably something like a Mandibuzz, so, you know, if I can get that thing whistled down, drop a Draco, flip turn out as it's recovering, I can get in one of my other threats is the kind of thinking, and it might be I can break through it with low kicks, and then I'm just free to spam Luster Purge or whatever, but yeah, that's the kind of set there. The Wheezing, I think, is a Fizz Def Wheezing. Let me just pull it up so that I can tell you the truth. Yeah, fully Fizz Def Wheezing with Black Sludge, and Protect, Toxic Spikes, just to try and get a little bit of hazard pressure going. Gliscor is a Sash Lead Taunt set because he's got a Glamora, so I want to try and counter lead him. The Low Kicks is a classic. Actually, it's a little bit different. It's Sword Stance, Sucker Punch, Leech Life, and Low Kick. So it's more of an in-game sweeper than a pivot, like I've been trying to use it as, and that's not really been working. Haven't really got to grips with the Low Kicks. I know it's good. It's probably just a playstyle thing, but it doesn't seem to suit me at all. Terra Lucario, for example, which is better, but like I've loved that thing, have not liked this that much. And then Manaphy is a 2 attacks double dance type set, so it's still kind of offense spam, but like just some different text. It has to be. This team kind of requires a little bit of offense spam, so yeah, that's what we're going with. I thought, seeing as though this could be the final video on the channel, I would start it slightly early. Usually I'd wait for him to say he was ready, just in case it was going to take a while. But I thought I'd share a story with you, because this is kind of the time that I was enjoying Pokemon the most, enjoying uploading Draft League the most, I think, was during a time where I was just telling stories on this channel, just having fun, just kicking back and sharing stories with you. And I remembered one that happened this summer. I was reminded of it actually the other day that I never shared with you. So yeah, it's story time with DrSlaking for the people that have been around for a little while. You can skip through this if you don't want to listen to stories, but yeah, maybe some of you will. So I saw like a Instagram reel the other day, and it was this guy like sharing one of the most embarrassing moments in his life, or like one of the worst things he ever said, or something like that. And I was listening to it, and I was like, oh shit, that reminds me of something I said this summer that I never spoke about on this channel. So some of you will know that I captain a local football team, manage a local football team. It's like a big club with like 4 different teams at different levels, and I'm just one of the captains and managers amongst those various like tiers of the club structure. And in pre-season, pre-season we were playing a friendly game, and it was a memorial game for a lad that had died. Now he died after I joined the club, and I was living with someone that knew him at the time that he died. But I never met him. He had stopped playing the year before I joined. And it was really sad. He had like a lot of drug abuse issues and stuff, and yeah, just had a tough life, but was like loved by everyone in the club. So we're playing in this pre-season memorial game, and like as the captain, obviously, like I go in, I shake the hand of the other captain, we do the coin toss, decide which end we're going to start at, things like that, and we all stand around the center circle. And we do like a minute's silence, right? So everyone's there, heads bowed, it's very somber. And I'll be real, I never met the guy. So I'm being respectful, I'm being polite, but there's only so much I can feel, if I'm honest, for someone that I've not met, right? So my head is kind of on the game. Like I have an extra layer of responsibilities compared to the other players that don't know him, because I'm the captain, I've got to manage the team, I've got to be head switched on, ready to go. So as we're doing this minute's silence, I must admit, maybe the first 30 seconds I sort of thought about him, respects, whatever, and then my mind drifted and I was thinking about the game. So, Champion Brainer says he's ready. I'll just give him a... Give him a good look, have fun. So, yeah, so the referee blows the whistle to say end of the minute's silence, and we all turn around, we jog back to our positions, and I start clapping my hands. It's like, it's my job to get the team pumped up, right? This poor lad's parents, they're walking off the pitch still. And without thinking, I just yell, "Come on, boys, look alive!" And you know that moment where you out of body, like hear what you've just said? You're playing in a memorial match for a dead teammate, and you've just shouted to your team, "Come on, boys, look alive." And his parents just sort of looked at me as they walked off like, really? Like, really? That's your choice of words? And I was just like, oh my god, this might be the single worst moment of my entire life. Actually, I've probably had worse, but it was bad. It was really bad. I was so mortified. I was just like, I was just bright red, and I had to keep shouting, obviously, and keep getting the boys pumped. So I had to keep being like, yeah, like, let's kill him. Oh no, don't say that either. You know what I mean? I was just like, fuck, this is bad. This is really bad. Anyway, yeah, so that's my humorous, not really humorous, kind of dark humor. If you like dark humor, my dark humorous story from this summer that I never shared with you. Obviously, full respects to him and his family, but just the story's about me being an absolute tit, not disrespecting him. So I was expecting like 5 of these 6. I just expected the Glamora maybe over the Archaludon. That thing is a bit of a problem. Do I have Aura Sphere on my Lati for that, or was I just like, nah, fuck it? No, I was like, nah, fuck it. I'll just Draco him. Oh, that sounds fun. Okay. It's gonna be a tough game. So out of respect for Egg, because this is one of my favourite leagues, a league I've been in for a long time, and out of respect to you guys, like, even though, to be perfectly honest with you, for my, like, PhD and what I've got going on outside of Mons, I wouldn't mind not winning this game, because since I've announced that I was retiring from Draft League and doing YouTube, at least for a little while, but maybe forever, It's been like a massive weight lifted off my shoulders, to be honest. I've really benefited from it. I've been so focused at uni and everything like that, so I'm just going to Earthquake here. We are Sash, so it just goes to the Hydro Pump. Obviously, will bring us down to our Sash, but this thing was designed just to get damage off on this. Now fire off the Quake. Nice, that's good damage. So I could save this and go into Lati. I could save this and go into Hokusai. I think Lati, like this thing was built with the AV to be able to switch in on this, so I think that's fine. We'll see if he changes up moves here, whether he's like Specs or Choiced or whatever, because you wouldn't click Hydro Pump here if you didn't have to. But yeah, so I've actually put his teams on a team builder here to try and get a feel for like what's going on the second screen, and I've actually opened up a calc to try and get a feel for it. So that brings me down to 212. That will give us information. The fact he went for that again does, to me, say he's Scarf. He could be bluffing, but I think that's a bit of a crazy bluff to make. Took me down to 212. 30% damage. Hydro Pump should be doing 27 to 32 from Specs. So he is Specs. I just want a Draco here. I'm just going to flip turn out because I actually think I don't want a Draco into the Magic Bounce mon. I've forgotten its name right now. Hatterene. Yeah, like Draco into this would have been fine, but I didn't want to Draco into Hatterene and just get nothing out of the turn. I'd rather get momentum than get nothing. So we're able to pivot out there, and do I want to get T-Spikes up? He could just U-turn on this into Ogre Pom. I could Terra Dark Sword Stance. Could go for Toxic Spikes. I think I like this play best. So he could U-turn into Ogre Pom, but then that would bring me into my Wheezing anyway. And then I could go for the T-Spikes from there. So this way at least I can hopefully get some damage off on something. Do I want to Acid Armor predicting the U-turn? But then he could just U-turn into something else and he'd be in a fine spot. I think I'm just going to Scold here. Yeah, because damage on this is really, really good. So we know he's Spadef, but I'm just going to go for that damage. Lose a Citrus Berries, he chooses to go for the knock, that's fine. Expecting him to want to Roost here on the Scold. I'm just going to go for the Take Heart, and then I can Scold the next turn for more damage. I don't think he will U-turn here, and if he does, that's kind of better for me. Okay, that's fine, because now I've got chip off on that thing. So that's good. I think... I don't know. He can do what he wants, but I think for me in that situation, that's okay, because keeping that chip on him is beneficial. This thing comes out, which is where I thought we'd be. He pretty much has to go for like the grass move because I am set up. Would have been nice if we could have snagged the burn on Mandibuzz, and it would have been much better if he hadn't knocked us, but it's fine. Horn Leech is going to do nothing, so... do you think Archaludon's coming out? And if it is, what can I do about Archaludon? Who can I go into to cause that thing problems? Do I just go hard Hay Fever? Do I T-Spike? I think I'm going to go for T-Spikes. I'm really worried about the Archaludon. Like, I think it will come in here, and I don't want to give it a free stamina boost. So, yeah. And I could have doubled into the Sneasler, but, like, this thing could potentially take a hit from Sneasler, and then I'm in a bit of a bind. So, This is the only Stealth Rock option on his team. So with that in mind, I'm going to go hard Gliscor. If he chooses to take the Gliscor, that's fine, because then it's just a sack. And if he chooses to Stealth Rocks, at least I get this in before Rocks go up. I really wanted to keep Rocks off the field this game. With like hoping he would be Rocks lead Glamora and I'd just be able to taunt it, but that obviously hasn't happened. Okay, Flash Cannon, that's fine. We needed a sack. So with the amount of damage that I've taken on you, could you take a Draco from this thing? Given that we've got the AV. Archaludon. Probably not, right? No. Low kicks. My low kick really doesn't do that much. Wow. I thought that would do more than that. That's a shame. Okay, so we basically have to go Sneasler. Which can take any one hit. Well, it depends on his investment. And after we've close combated, we can't. Depending on his defense investment, we'll decide how much we do. Do I throat chop with that? No, because then I'm going to just give him the stamina boost for nothing. Yeah, I have to just close combat here. If he's Choppleberry, he's Choppleberry. But I have to just go for this. Yeah, I knew he would live that. Unfortunately, I'm not White Herb, but I don't have another... Like, maybe I could have got damage off on something else with something else and saved the Sneasler, because it'll probably die here. But that thing is such a huge threat. I don't know. And I've got one T-Spike up, which seems really good. Okay, so... Yeah, I think we go to Plague here, and we can Life Orb Leech Life. Yeah. Life Orb Leech Life. It looks like he's physically defensive. Sorry, specially defensive Latios. So unfortunately I don't have a great way of revenge killing the Ogerpon, so I'm going to need to keep Weezing healthy. And Keldeo I can still revenge kill with Latios, so that's fine. Yeah, and Mega's a threat. Maybe I shouldn't have Terrored there. Because he's not got rocks, so I guess I just showed which Terror was early for no reason. I'm just so conscious of the fact that I've forgotten to Terror twice in these games. I don't want to do that again. So I could Terror Dark Sucker Punch this thing. Right? What's this thing called? Ogerpon. Is that chip worth? Do about 50. Because the problem is a fire move's almost certainly coming out here. Well, it doesn't have to be, but it probably is. I think I still go Piccadilly. I have the Protect. I'm gonna. I don't know the calc off the top of my head, but I'm gonna assume that Fire Ivy Cudgel doesn't 2-hit KO me. And he is poisoned, so we are racking up damage, which is really important for late game. Okay, yeah, that doesn't 2-hit KO me, so that's fine. He doesn't have a switch into the Sludge Bomb anymore, so I can click the Sludge Bomb now. Like, he could go into Mandibuzz. Breaking Mandibuzz does look really obnoxious, so... Yeah, okay, he just goes for the Swords Dance, but... Do I think he's Encore? Do I oh, he just dies anyway. I was going to say, if he... That's a crit. I don't know if the crit mattered. Given he was poisoned and I could have protected next turn. My Splish Run's supposed to do about 60%. So, with another protect turn... I mean, looking at how much he did, like, I think I would have lived any hit he would have gone for after anyway. And then I would have been able to... go from there... I doubt that Strange Steam does anywhere near enough damage to be consequential here. So do I just want to... if he's Spadef, yeah, I'm doing like 30%. I probably just want to fish, to be honest. Because the poison is probably more useful to me than just the like 20% damage I'm going to get with Strange Steam. Could be Covert Cloak. No, it wouldn't be Covert Cloak because Luster Purge doesn't drop. Although it didn't get the burn, we haven't got the poison. It could be, but I doubt it. Because Luster... Like, Covert Cloak for a Lati switch in makes sense if you are capable of taking the Psychic, but given it's a Dark type... I'm going to T-Spike again. If he goes into the... Oh, that's fine. If he'd gone into the hat, like, and bounced it back, it wouldn't have been the end of the world. Maybe I should have just Sludge Bombed again there, or Strange Steamed. But the Mana Buzz is so low, like, that feels amazing for me. Well, we know his spec, so I might as well protect, see what he's gonna try and lock into here. I'm just wondering if Manaphy... Choice Specs Keldeo, Hydro Pump's doing 33 to 39. I'm at 284. So I'm at 71%. 66 min. Up to 78. So it's a roll in his favor if he hits both. We'll just go Keldeo. I just wondered if I could save the HP on Keldeo, but I don't think I can. I wonder if he is Covert Cloak on Mandibuzz. Either way, the Mandibuzz is so low. I'm going to flip turn here because if he pumps again, I do still have Manaphy to go into. So, like, and Manaphy is not super valuable here, so I think it wouldn't be the end of the world. There's a chance we'd miss, there's a chance we take the rolls, but I just didn't want to try and call this 50-50 on whether to Luster Purge / Shadow Ball into this, or whether to Draco into the Mandibuzz. Maybe I should have just Shadow Ball to cover both. Maybe Shadow Ball into Draco would have killed the Mandibuzz, but then he could have pivoted back to this, and I don't know, it just didn't feel like we were in a great spot there. Do I think... No. Go into this and Sludge Bomb. Or do we Strange Steam? Are we faster than the Mandibuzz? I don't think we were we? This is arguably giving the Mandibuzz a chance to roost, which I don't like. I'm just going to do it because this thing's too threatening to not. I've got to remember he's also got the Yan Mega in the back. I'm kind of forgetting about the Yan Mega. Yeah, so we might live this because we're Fizz Def, but yeah, we do. Okay. And then here I will Strange Steam in case he goes into the Mandibuzz, as I think it would just get more damage, which at this point... Nah, I don't know that he's Covert Cloak. I'm just going to spam the Sludge Bomb. I don't know anything about him. So... Is everything been whittled into range of Speed Boost Yan Mega? I think Manaphy can still take one. I think because he can't boost his special attack other than Throat Spray Bug Buzz, as he just goes for the Terra Blast there. So now he doesn't get this. Oh, he does get the speed boost. Okay, that's a shame. It would have been nice if that interaction had worked differently. So we can obviously Sucker Punch here. He could. protect. My Sucker Punch wouldn't kill him, and his Bug Buzz would kill me. Oh, I haven't been Terra Darking on this calc. What I want to do is I want to go into this, see if, and I want to risk him click Sword Stance, but maybe I could double into you to see if he protects. But then if he does, I think I just have to go to this, take one. Take one, put him in range of the Sucker Punch. Is he Throat Spray? We know he's not Specs. He is Throat Spray, but that's fine because I think he needed to do that last turn on the Wheezing. But that puts him in range of Sucker Punch. Okay. So what does he have left? Let's just take stock for a second. He's lost the Ogerpon, he's lost the Hat, he's lost the Archaludon. So he's got Mandibuzz at low, Yanmega, and Keldeo. So if I Sucker Punch here... Well, I have to go into this. There's no other play. If I Sucker Punch here and he goes Keldeo... Can Keldeo kill my Latios? I'm not sure. Okay, so he does have Protect. If I had Sword Stance there, that would have been game, I think. But it's okay. Well, I don't know. Keldeo still outspeeds me. So we've just got to get this mind game right, basically. Protects again. We Sucker Punch again. He knows we're Life Orb, so he knows I'm not choiced. Will we get it right? This is intense. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. That's fine. Okay, so we force him out. Keldeo comes back in. It's going to get poisoned. So this is what the interaction I thought would come down to, and I'm just gambling that Lati lives one. We'll see. If he Icy wins or something here, then he probably wins. But it might be that we rack up enough damage on this. Vacuum Wave comes out. That's fine. That's fine. He obviously has to... I think he wants to save this for that Vacuum Wave because that's a useful tech. But just going to Shadow Ball here. Not 100% sure that's the right play because I feel like he just sacks the Mandibuzz. But I'm not 100% sure what the right play is. Maybe I should have taken long to think. I'm just hoping that this isn't going to 2-KO the Mandibuzz, is it? It's not that low. But it might put it in Draco range. Well, it will put it in Draco range, but this isn't. I wish I was Thunderbolt. I nearly was as well. I'm just thinking, does this give him... Because Specs Vacuum Wave will out-prioritize my Sucker Punch. So I can't beat Keldeo with just low kicks in the end game. If I Draco here, he can go Yan Mega. Yeah, and then he bug buzzes to win the game. I didn't think about that. There's no way that my -2 Draco kills Yan Mega, is there? Or I have to switch on his protect term. Could be a roll. The good news is I don't even think a U-turn will kill this. And this might give me the spot I need to sword stance. Depending on what he goes for. If he goes for Roost. Because he just goes for the knockoff. But I don't think I need my life orb. Maybe I did need my life orb to kill the Yan Mega with that Terra Sucker Punch. Maybe I did. Yeah, I probably did actually. Which means I need to sword stance here and hope that he doesn't kill me. Man, if I'd attacked on one of those protect turns when he was like trying to stall me out. Yeah, fuck, because yeah, now he just goes, I didn't think about him U-turning because now he just goes, I did and then I kind of forgot about it because I was looking at the calc. He just goes Keldeo and Vacuum Waves and I don't know if Lati takes 2 anymore. I could have saved this and tried to crit the Yan Mega as my end game, but he can just protect it. He's got protect, so that wouldn't even work. So yeah, I have to make that play. I live that. I live another. So just Shadow Ball here. Just trying to think. I think he's going to win in the end game unless he lets me sword stance with the low kicks. So he'll sack the Mandibuzz. He'll go into the Yan Mega. No, he wins, he wins, he wins, he wins, he wins. Actually, that doesn't kill. This is so... I think I need Flip Turn to kill him here. I think I need this to kill. I think if that had killed, I could have gone into the low kicks here. And then I could have... He would have had to go into Keldeo and Vacuum Wave. But he might have been worried about first impression. I could have gone to Lati. He would have died to poison. Yeah, I died. Oh, I live that. I live that. That's big. This looks like it's a roll to kill him depending on his investment. Do I go for it or do I go for the sword stance? What do you think? Fuck it. Sometimes you just gotta go for it. If he goes Keldeo, it dies. So I don't think he can go Keldeo. Yeah, he goes Mandibuzz. So it's going to come down to... I leech life here, I'm faster. So what's going to happen is he's going to go into Keldeo here and he's going to click Vacuum Wave. He would die to the poison that turn. So I will go Lati and he'll die to poison. If he doubles into Yan Mega, he will win the game. If he doubles Yan Mega here, he wins the game. If he doesn't, I have 3 chances to Sucker Punch him, and if I get the roll with one of those on Yanmega, I win the game. If I stay in and just attack as he doubles, I guarantee win the game. So do I go for the guarantee calling him to make the big double? Or do I think he won't make the double? What do you think, guys? I'm tempted to go call the double and go for the guaranteed out. But he hasn't made a double all game. He hasn't been playing that way. I'm just gonna... I'm gonna... Yeah, okay. I'm gonna trust my gut and just say that he's not gonna make the double. And because we switch first, he doesn't. Unless we're somehow faster than this thing, in which case we could have been sucker punching it this whole time. Okay. So, this dies. We knew that. It dies to poison. He goes into the Yanmega. He clicks Protect on my Draco. He outspeeds me the following turn. He kills me with Bug Buzz. Now, I could get fucking spicy here and go into the low kicks on the Protect turn. Just to stall out a Protect. There's no point, right? There's no point. But I'm just saying, like, I could start switching around. There's no point. No, I'm just going to Draco Meteor. Yeah. As he makes the absolute right play. I mean, I probably should have... No, I should have Draco Meteor. That was the right play. Like I said, I probably should have Shadow Ball to guarantee put him in range of Sucker Punch, but then we still got to get the Sucker Punch mind games right. I'm hoping he's lost track of how many Sucker Punches we have now. So the thing is, he can Protect here, and it's kind of free because there's no way it will fail. If I Sword Stance, he can still try and outplay my Sucker Punches. So I feel like he Protects always this turn. But then does he know that? I don't want to leave it up to a roll, so I'm just going to go for it. Yeah, I've called that one right. Okay. Fucking hell, guys. This is intense. This is fucking crazy. Oh, if this is my last game, what a way to go out. Oh. Yeah, he goes for the Protect. I wonder if he's been able to keep count. His Protect on this turn is free because the last one failed, right? Do I call that? No, I'm not going to call it. I wonder if he knows how many we've got. Do I think that he's kept count? What do you guys think? Do you think he knows I've got one more? I'm going to Leech Life this turn. If he gets me, he gets me. Yeah, well played. Well played. That was fun. That was fun. I was like, I should have just Sucker Punched again. I wanted to because I was like, he might have miscounted. He might think we're out. But I felt like he must have kept count by that point. Well played. That was fun. That was really fun. Oh, well, because we only lost 1-0, like, maybe that's enough differential that we make playoffs. I have no idea, but if that is the last Draft League video I upload, at least until next year, but maybe ever, maybe the last video on the channel ever, then I'm so glad that it was a fun one, and yeah, it came down right to the wire to 1 PP and like a pretty much a 50-50 call there, because I mean, that is there any other word for it than a 50-50, right? If I Sucker Punch, I win. If I don't Sucker Punch, I lose. And from his point of view, it's the exact same thing. Like, if he Protects, he loses there, unless he gets the double Protect. But even then, it still comes down to another 50-50. So I think that is the most true 50-50 you can actually see in Pokemon. So, yeah, GG to him. That was amazing. I loved that. Yeah, I don't really know what to say. If this is the end, then yeah, thank you all so much for loafing around with me all these years. And I'll catch you again some other time.